Australian musician, is very glad to have Harts here.
Yeah.
Just finished a session at the Fender booth. How'd it go?
Good. Yeah, I wanted to try out the new fuzz, the distortions and the overdrives and the stuff they got going on. I really love the fuzz and the compressor. I reckon they did a really good job on those pedals.
Yeah. So how did this connection with Fender come about?
A rep for Fender named Heath, I think, saw one of my shows on the last tour, maybe 2016 or 17, and yeah, he really loved it, and he loved the fact that I was playing Squire guitar and like a pretty low-end Squire guitar, and yeah, that kind of sparked a conversation, and then from there we started talking about guitars, and we kind of hit it off, and yeah, Fender invited me to demo like their new range of American original Strats and Tellys and that kind of line in December last year. So I got like a first sneak peek of all that sort of stuff before they hit the shelves, and that was amazing. Yeah.
Because generally you're known as a studio guy. You're into the software. So what's the appeal with the analog pedals?
I kind of like it. I like a lot of analog delays and stuff, things where you can go and do like all the weird cool stuff with. But having said that, I am more of a studio kind of guy. I love in the box working and like plugins and software stuff, and I love all that world. But I'm starting to get more into the live thing now. But I'm still very much involved in studio work and producing, and that's kind of where my heart is. Yeah.
Do you see that as somewhere where you might end up as a producer more than a performer, maybe?
I think so. Yeah. I think I will. It's hard to say. I think I'd like to. So we'll have to just keep going on that path and seeing where I end up.
Yeah. You're no stranger to the Melbourne Guitar Show. You were here a couple of years ago, basically as a punter. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, I just wanted to come and check out some guitars. Like, I was real into like that kind of thing a couple of years ago, and like seeing all the latest equipment and being like at the forefront of everything that's happening. So I wanted to come down and see all the new stuff. And then I kind of got really busy for a couple of years, but now I'm trying to get back into it and see what's on offer for 2018 and 2019 and stuff. I love the show. I think it's really great. I think it's really well put together. I love the diversity of all the people that come here, as well as the showcases and the brands and the sellers and the retailers and the makers, and some like cosmetic stuff. Like I saw someone making leather straps. I saw like some painting. There was like some guitar painting and stuff. I think it's a very diverse group of guitar lovers, and I love coming to the show, and I appreciate the opportunity to come down and play with Fender. So yeah.
The album Smoke, Fire, Hope, Desire is getting on what, 18 months or?
I don't know. It was September 2016. So September 2017, and yeah, it's probably, I don't know. You're probably bang on. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
So tell me where you're at with your next recording or recordings.
Well, I'm kind of towards the end of it now. So I've done a lot of writing over the last year, a lot of funk and pop stuff and hip hop stuff and things like that is kind of outside of the guitar world. But I've also done a lot of guitar writing and rock and blues stuff. So I'm looking at releasing 2 albums this year. One of all the kind of producer-esque stuff that I do and I love to do, and one that's more geared towards, I guess my roots as a guitarist and as a blues guitarist. So there'll be 2 albums, and most of it's done. I'm hoping to get them out sometime before the year's done. We haven't got solid dates on all that sort of stuff, but I'm hoping that we can get it somewhere around that October mark. Yeah.
Tell me about your 2019.
I reckon I'm going to be doing a lot more writing, a lot more producing and stuff like that. After these albums are done, I've got like a bunch of people I can't really mention at the moment, but in the works for collabs and songwriting sessions with and stuff. So I'm kind of already going in that world, and I like it a lot more, and I think I'm more at home, in the studio writing for people and things like that. So I'm looking forward to getting into more of that next year.
Yeah. I want to just touch on your performance at Byron Bay.
Yeah.
Earlier this year. Do you want to tell me about that experience?
Which one? The first show or the second one?
At the Blues Fest.
No, we played two sets. The first one was great. It was a main stage set. Second one, we had like a lot of issues with stage stuff and like tech stuff go wrong, and it was just like a kind of nightmare show and we were just like not in the right headspace and stuff. But yeah, it was a bad show. You know what I mean? What can I say? Yeah.
So that's all it come down to. It wasn't a state of mind sort of thing. It was just a shitty
Well,
technical experience.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was kind of. I don't play a whole lot of bad shows, so the ones that are kind of I'm not feeling, I tend to be a lot more emotional in those kind of situations, because I just put so much effort into stuff, and when things that are out of my control go wrong, it really kind of tears you down in a way. But I always planned on announcing that, like, at the end of the year I'm going to be taking a break from Harts, and that kind of whole thing got out of control with the media and stuff, and everyone was wondering what that meant, and I probably wasn't clear in articulating it on stage, because it was in the middle of tuning, so I was like worried about tuning the guitar more so than what I was saying to the audience. But I just mentioned it, and we touched on it before. Like, I definitely want to go more into writing and stuff like that. I just appreciate and love that kind of. I respect that in a lot more than some of my performances and things like that. And I really want to go into that direction with stuff. And if I'm writing songs and that doesn't have me as a vocalist, or it doesn't have me as the feature artist on it, then can it still be called Harts? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. Like, I don't think it can. So that's why I think it'd probably be the end of Harts if I go more into writing and production and things like that. But having said that, there's 2 albums coming out. If one takes off and goes, then the nature of it is I'm going to have to tour the album for a long time. If it's a successful one, so that can drag out things, and I'll be happy to do that as well.
Yeah. So one of the shows at Blues Fest was not so good, but recently you did a great show at Howler. That felt pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one was like a whole new band, whole new setup. A lot of the problems that I was having with my setup was like the technical requirements of it, just because I was running so much loopers and sequencers and all that kind of stuff. So after Blues Fest, I was like, well, I don't really want that kind of stuff to go wrong anymore. So I'm going to redo the whole thing and start from scratch. And that's why I had more kind of ambition to get like more live players in. So we got like a new bass player, we got a new drummer, we got a saxophone player, a trumpet player, a keyboard player, and me. And with that, like, we were able to really do a whole lot of it live without the use of sequences and loops and stuff. There was still a little bit of it, and there was still getting used to implementing that in a different way. So there's going to be like little mistakes that go wrong, but it was a great show, and everyone really loved it, and it gave me a lot of positive feedback that this is kind of the direction to go, and stop relying so much on the electronics and things like that. So
Well, it was a great taste of what's to come, and we really look forward to the next couple of albums and what comes from Harts.
No, thank you.
And thanks for chatting to us.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate the support always. So thank you.